Kons podcast.
Yo, what's happening? It's Kons podcast, episode 60. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time coming for this, man. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking too much into this shit at first. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, finally got my nigga on here, Nfexious from Beat Kollektorz. You know what I'm saying? What's happening, my nigga? What's happening?
Man, what's goody, man. You already know what it is. You feel me?
Yeah,
Let's get into it.
Hell yeah, man. So yeah, man. Just wanted to get into it and shit, man. Let's start off with some of the people, man. Some of the people that you made some beats for that the people might know. You know what I'm saying?
Man, starting off, you know what I mean? People that y'all might know, you know what I'm saying? Being that niggas part of West Coast Killa Beez, you know what I'm saying? Who don't know about Wu-Tang? That's worldwide. You know what I mean? Man. So right now, you know what I mean? We didn't, Beat Kollektorz is two of us, you know what I mean? And we didn't made tracks for Wu Syndicate, you know what I mean? Intel, you guys' oldest son, you know what I mean? From Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? From Judah Priest, from Brooklyn Zoo, you know what I mean? The Old Dirty Bastards Camp, you know what I mean? Just to name a few, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, a few heavy hitters. Got some shit on, you know what I'm saying, on the way right now. You know what I'm saying? Got some shit with Raz Cass. You know what I mean? That's coming down the pipeline. You already know. We spoke on that. Yeah, you know what I mean? I wish I could have made it, but I was vacating with the family and shit.
I know, man. I know.
Man,
it was that.
I could have made it.
That night was epic. Like I said, you feel me? Because I got a chance to meet Raz in the flesh. You know what I mean? Me and him had already been talking on and off for, you know what I'm saying, for years. Like at least like 6 years, and I had lost contact with him. And then we finally got back like good, like probably like a year ago. You know what I mean? And we just been chopping it up and going back and forth and shit. Finally was able to get him on the track. And then, then flew him out, you know what I mean? And we did the video. And then after that, we left. And that's when I got a chance to meet Numbskull from the Loonies. And, you know what I mean? And 4 Racks from the Mechanics, you know what I mean? Okay. Salute to them brothers. And it was a good day. It was a good night.
Yeah, man, I wish I could have came through, man. I was looking at the pictures and shit you had posted, man. That shit looked so lit, man. I wish I could have came through and got some footage of that shit, but it's all good, you know what I mean? Hopefully, future endeavors, you know what I'm saying? I could slide through and be a part of that type of shit.
Yeah, but the dates changed. Niggas couldn't really keep up. We had to switch the dates like 3 or 4 times. I could barely keep up. I didn't even know if the shit was gonna pop, to be honest. You know what I mean? So that threw a lot of niggas off because the day changed like 4 times. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I get it.
Hell yeah. That's what's up though, man. What was Raz like? He cool cat in person?
Man, he a cool dude, man. He's super humble. You know what I mean? Like for him to be such an ill lyricist, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't talk to a lot of niggas in the game, man. And a lot of niggas is not humble. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't even feel like they as clean as Raz to be acting like that. You know what I mean? So
right.
You know what I mean? But Raz is a cool brother, man. So, you know what I mean? It was good vibes. It was good, the whole shit. You know what I mean? So we gonna keep rocking. Me and him already talked about some future ventures already. So he already said he down with it. So, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna move on it.
That's dope. Yeah, Razzie is definitely a legend in the game. You know what I'm saying? Been in the game a long time. He a pioneer. I definitely been fucking with his music a minute. You know what I'm saying? So they took a hiatus though, huh? He wasn't. Yeah. He didn't put out an album for a good little minute, huh?
Yeah, no, he stayed putting shit out, man. I mean, you know what I mean? He stayed putting shit out, but it seemed like in between his big albums, he'll be dropping like, a couple of mixtapes here, a couple of, you know what I mean? And then he'll come out with a solidified album, but he stayed dropping, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then this Horseman just came out, you know what I'm saying? With Killer Priest, him, Cannabis and Corrupt, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So they just dropped they shit like 2 months ago, I want to say. So
like that shit dope. I ain't even heard of that one.
Oh yeah, it's called The Last Ride. Go look that shit up. It is dope.
Word. That shit on probably on Apple Music, huh?
Yeah. You can find it everywhere. They promoting the hell out of it right now. That was a lot of that right there was a lot of reason why Raz had to switch the dates a couple of times, because it was running in. You know what I mean? So you know they rocking concerts, they doing promotion, interviews, all the shit. So that's taking up all their time. You know,
hell yeah, I can only imagine, man. That shit can get hectic for the schedule for sure.
Yeah.
6 Chambers of Death. I was peeping that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a dope track. I was definitely fucking with the beat. I love the hip hop aspect of it. I like the little violin, little mix you put in there. That shit is dope. I like the cannabis shit you put in the beat. You know what I mean? That shit was dope too. You know what I'm saying?
That was the scratching was by my bro DJ Flipside. He part of Wu-Tang too. He Wu-Tang DJ. You know what I mean? So, and he also gonna be on the track that, you know what I'm saying, we did with Razzcast too, doing the scratching and shit. You know what I mean? So shout out to DJ Flipside. You feel me? He dope as fuck. That's a cool brother.
Word up. That's what's up. So y'all collabed on making a beat?
Who, me and the other beat collectors?
Yeah. Or you and Flipside?
Yeah, well, you know, we of course made the beat, and then when we gave him the beat, it was just, you know what I'm saying, we had the room for the chorus, and I told him, man, just do your thing. You know what I mean? So he went ahead and did it, and it was actually for his project. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop. I think it's called Hip Hop Isn't Dead, or Hip Hop Ain't Dead. You feel me? And he went and lined it up with my Dirty Klansman brothers, as you can see, the Dirty Klansmen. Yeah. And they got up on there. So yeah, it became a good track. Like, he told me right now, like, man, niggas still to this day hitting them up about that one. Like, they was like, that's one of their favorite ones off the album.
When you put a beat together, do you be using like samples from other shit like a lot of other producers do, or you kind of create your own type shit?
Nah, I use samples, you know what I'm saying, wherever I can find them, you know what I mean? Whenever I hear some shit and it sparks my interest, you know what I mean? A lot of times I'm usually in a place where, you know what I mean, it's not like I can like get to it and start making a beat right there. So when I hear it, I'll Shazam the shit, you feel me? So I can get the name, the artist, all the shit out, you know, and I'll put it in there. And then when I get back in the studio, I'll go back in, you know what I mean, find that track, load it up, and then start chopping up the sample. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit dope, man. I made a little beat with my homie O Amazing Beats, you know what I'm saying, my boy O. And that was the first time I had like a visual process of like the process of making a beat, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never even been like in a studio or none of that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't never fully seen the process, but that was my first time actually seeing a cut up and mix and adding hi-hats and, you know what I'm saying, beats, and it's real complex if you don't know the language, you know what I'm saying? It shows how it all come together though, you know what I'm saying? I think he was using Fruity Loops, you know what I'm saying, what everybody uses and shit. Is that what you use?
That's what I use. Yeah, we use the same shit. Us, the beat collectors, we use the same shit. And we only use that. Some niggas like to frown on the loops, you know what I'm saying, because they try to say it's for beginners, or, you know, it ain't like a real program. And I'll be like, man, check this shit out. It really don't matter what you use. You know what I mean? If it matters if you got talent. You know what I mean? That's really what it all matters. Yeah. So niggas try to downplay the whole Fruity Loop aspect, you know what I'm saying? And then when I let niggas hear what we did, they be like, you did that on the loops? And I'll be like, yeah, nigga, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It don't matter what you got. You can go to $1 million studio and come out with trash. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying? That shit happens every day.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. It's easy to sample with the loops. That's why we use it. So we do a lot of sampling. You know what I mean? So to bring that hip hop aspect.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know, when we was putting the beat together, we chopped up you know what I'm saying, to a song called Black Tape, you know what I'm saying? We like chopped that shit up. We went and looked up the old song that he sampled from and put that in the background and made it our own shit. And it was just interesting, you know what I mean? I was worried about copyrights and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like breaking it down to me like, man, this is what producers do, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, as long as you chop that audio up and it's not like a replica of an audio, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get off with that shit, huh?
Right. Yeah. That's partial truth. From what I hear, they are trying to crack down on the sample usage, but it's not really up to the producer to go and pay for the sample clearance. It's really up to the artist to go and do. You feel what I'm saying? So once they hear the beat, because I done had niggas on both ends of the spectrum. I done had niggas be like, when I send them the beat, they be like, man, that beat is dope. And they ask me as a sample player, I'll be like, nah, you know, it ain't. That's something you got to do. And then some niggas be like, nah, I don't want to deal with it. And then some niggas be like, hey, if they catch us, they catch us. That means we doing something right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you only allowed to use a certain percentage of the sample. You know what I mean? I think it's something crazy like 10 seconds, 15 seconds or something like that of the sample. Anything more than that, they can come and get you.
Yeah.
But that's where you got to get creative and try to make that sample yo shit to where it's not noticeable. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
And that can be hard to do, you know, at times. But you know, so yeah, that's the legal aspect.
That shit dope though, man. I think it's like I said, I want to go over there and talk to him too, you know what I'm saying? But I was just first time on the inside on how all that shit is done, man. I think it's quite like fascinating for real, man. Like the way a producer's mind works, it's like you definitely hear certain shit that, like, you know, the average ear don't hear. So when you be out and shit and say, like, because I know Timbaland, he always talk about how he be out and shit, because, you know, he used to use a lot of crazy sounds on samples in his beats, you know, like the baby crying and shit, and you know what I'm saying, with the so when you be out and about and shit, you hear like certain shit like in the world or in the environment, does that shit ever like inspire you to like, okay, I'm gonna use that and put this beat together type shit?
Nah, not too much like natural sounds. Like I said, when I'm out and I hear something that I might have not heard before in terms of musically, you know what I mean, that I might go in a restaurant, you know what I mean, I'll be like, oh, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Right. And most people probably won't trip on it, you know what I mean? But I hear it, like you say, like producers' minds think different. So when I hear certain shit, I'll be like, that's kind of it. I could do something with that, you know what I mean? And then that's when I get to Shazamming and some more shit, you feel me? Then later I go back and then search it up, you know what I mean? I could be in the elevator and hear shit, I'd have done that. Like, oh, nigga, I'm about to use that. You feel me? Yeah. And that's how I do it. Timbaland was crazy with it. He could take a sample from anything and use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? That, like I said, that baby crying, that was to me, that was unprecedented. I've never heard anybody sample a baby like laughing and crying and put it in a beat, made it sound dope, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that shit dope. So yeah, when you like put together a beat, say you said you out here and some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like say like an old song or something, you know what I mean? Then like put it together and shit, and then you finally sit down and get to cooking. How long does it take from like start to finish to where you like, okay, yeah, this shit hard, the beat is complete, you know what I mean?
It depends on how ill the sample is, man. The sample got to talk to me. Cause right now I got shit that I've been working on for about 3 years that still ain't completed. Cause I just, you know what I mean? And then I got ones that I went in and knocked out in like an hour. It just depends. It depends. The sample got to talk to me. You know what I mean? And then sometimes, you know what I mean? The instruments, everything just be perfect the first time around. Instead of searching for hella shit, like, nah, that ain't the right sound. Nah, that ain't the right. Sometimes that shit just fall right in place, like hella fast. You feel me? So it just really depends. It ain't no time limit. You know what I mean? At least not for us.
Word. That's for sure. So when somebody hits you up, do they ever have a time limit on, you know, I need this by whoop whoop type shit?
That's happened. That's happened, man. But I'm gonna tell you about us. We kind of move on the beat of our own drum. You feel what I mean? So if niggas be trying to come and, you know, they want to pressure us into doing some shit, we be like, man, I mean, if we have it, we have it. If we don't, you know what I mean? Keep moving. No love lost. You know what I mean? It's good. Because me personally, you know what I'm saying? I know we don't really like to like rush shit. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when you rush shit, that's how sloppy work comes out. And we try to be as close as we can to, you know, perfection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
sure.
Yeah, so we don't really work too good on the time limit thing, to be honest.
Word. That's what's up. And you said there's two of y'all, right?
Yeah, it's two of us.
So y'all like both collab, one person make one part, one person make the other part type shit?
Yep, sometimes it's like that because he got his own shit and I got my own shit. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll go to his spot and then, you know, we'll, like you said, we'll cook some shit together. You know, he'll find a sample and I do the you know what I'm saying, the beat or, you know, the hats, whatever the case may be. He might come over here to my spot and do the same shit. You know what I mean? And then it'd be times where he got his own beats that he did and then I got my own. You know what I mean? And then when we shop the beats off, you know what I'm saying, we just put them out there, his shit and my shit, so you don't know who did what. You feel what I mean? It's just us. So yeah, both ways.
That's lit, man. That's lit. Cause I know what's his name. After I watched a little documentary on Scott Storch, you know what I'm saying? I had no idea that he was a part of so many motherfucking hits. You know what I'm saying? Like just like the for example, he did the, you know, the piano shit and Forgot About Dre.
Yeah.
Still DRE, I think it's still Dre. I think that's
still Dre. Right.
Yeah, he did that piano shit and I thought that shit was, you know what I mean, that shit dope. That's all he did. You know what I'm saying? And Dre did everything else.
Hey, you just educated me. I didn't even know that. You
feel me? Yeah, he did that, man. He did that piano part, you know what I mean, in that beat. That's all he did, sent it to Dre, and then Dre did everything else. He did Things Fall Apart with the Roots. He was a part of that. He do a lot of bass lines and a lot of the, you know what I mean, in songs and shit and send them off and shit, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, his bass lines is cold.
Yeah, definitely. So when you be making beats and shit, do you, because, you know, when I do this podcast shit and then I go back and edit and shit, I'm editing a lot. I'm adding gifts and, you know what I'm saying, putting quotations on shit that we say and all that type of shit. So when you make a beat, is it like a editing process to it too? Do you hear it and then chop some shit out and add some shit, or?
Yep, all the time. Sometimes I'll go and make a beat and then, you know, after listening to it so long, you'll be like, okay, you know what I'm saying, this is cool, you know what I mean? You done trained your ear to listen to it, so then you'll give it a break. And then sometimes I'll come back the next day and listen to it again. I'll be like, oh my God, what the hell was I thinking? Let me take that out. Let me add this in. Let me, you know what I'm saying, turn that down. That was way too loud. So you got to give your ear a break. You know what I mean? Because I swear when you come back the second, third, fourth time, you hear different shit every time. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be the process.
Word, that's what's up. That shit dope, man. Like I said, I think that shit is all fucking dope, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's dope how you put together the shit, you know what I mean? You keep that hip hop feel. That's definitely what I dig about y'all shit, man. That shit is it's that original, you know what I'm saying, that boom boom bap. You know what I mean? You look for that when you make a beat, that boom boom bap shit.
Yep, most definitely we do. And that's the thing that made us kind of attractive because, you know what I'm saying, we from the Bay. So we Bay dudes. So coming from the Bay, making boom bap is already kind of, you know what I mean, like something that's unheard of because mostly everybody that we fuck with is on the East Coast for the most part. You know what I mean? Yeah. We were fucking with a couple of dudes out here on the West, and they would like it, but they'd be like, I mean, these beats is dope, but it's not for us. You know what I mean? You should try to shop these to, you know, East Coast niggas. You know what I mean? That was really what kind of gave us that boost, like, you know what I mean? And we just put our heads together and started reaching out to East Coast niggas because we wasn't really clicking out here like we thought we would be. You know what I mean? And when East Coast niggas hear, they be like, where y'all from again? And we like, man, we from the Bay. They be like, damn, Bay niggas make beats like? I be like, nah, not really. You feel what I mean? Like we got a different sound. Yeah. You feel me? You know, coming from the Bay. But yeah, so we love that hip hop shit. You feel me? Period. Like,
hell yeah.
I grown up, even though I'm from the Bay, I'm from the town, born and raised, but I've always been into the New York sound. You know what I mean? Always that hip hop shit. So it's just been engraved in my brain. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now when I make a beat, that's what I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? So it just come naturally for me.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, that shit dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and like you said, you know what I mean, being from the Bay, that's definitely different. You know what I mean? You don't hear the boom boom bap shit like at all with Bay shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the hyphy movement and partying. You know what I'm saying? And popping Thiz pills and all that shit. I ain't never been into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I've been into hip hop myself. You know what I mean? Always get it in me. I've always acquired more to the boom boom bap, the battle rap, the bar heavy type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the Bay myself, but like you said, I've been in the hip hop. You know what I mean? So I've always got an ear for that boom boom bap, man. You know what I mean?
Word.
How long have you been, you feel me, like as a total, like when was your first beat that you made? Like how old was you?
I was 16, I want to say.
Okay.
You feel me? Yep, about 15, 16, something like that. You know?
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. So you started young there.
Wow. Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nigga done came a long way since then.
Word. Hell yeah, man. That's what's up, though. It's all about that elevation. You know what I'm saying? It's all about to come up. You feel me? So how did you get linked with, you feel me, the Swarm and, you know what I'm saying, the Wu-Tang niggas and shit, all the way from Oakland, you know what I'm saying? How did that happen?
Man, through social media. You know what I mean? That brought the whole world closer. You feel what I mean?
Thanks.
and like I said, that was part of our journey when niggas from out here was like, maybe y'all should shop y'all shit on the East Coast. You know what I mean? So we was already friends on Facebook and IG and all the shit. So once we started reaching out to the niggas, man, they gravitated quickly. Like the first one that I reached out to was my big bro Miko from the North Star, West Coast Killa Beez.
Yeah,
he was the first one from the West Coast Killa Beez. You feel me? And say,
them cats is from LA, right?
Yeah, they from LA, from Long Beach and Compton. You know what I mean? The Black Knights is from Compton. You know what I mean? And North Star is from Long Beach. You feel what I mean? And then so I reached out to him and sent him the tracks, and he drank it up. You feel what I mean? He was like, man, y'all niggas is raw as fuck. You know what I mean? So he was the first one. And then I say about 3 months after talking to him, Christ Bearer actually, after I got some North Star shirts from Miko, Christ Bearer came. He had seen my shit, and I had the North Star shirt on, and he, you know what I'm saying, he got in my messenger. He was like, "Yo, homie, that's a raw ass North Star shirt." You know what I mean? Where can I get one of those? You know, but he was fucking with me. You know what I mean? I was like, "Oh shit, Christ Bearer." You know what I mean? So and me and him started chopping it up, and then I laced. You know what I mean? Sent him something, and that song that I sent him, that he ended up doing the video for, that the link that I sent you to, that was the first song of him coming out, because he took a hiatus for some years, and then that was his first song busting out. You know what I mean? So that was lovely. And then from there, it just kind of started rolling. The ball started rolling. Then I got in touch with the Black Knights. You know what I mean? And they heard the shit. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Rugged Monk and Crisis. You know what I mean? And they just they brought us into the fold. They was just like, man, y'all gonna be West Coast Killa Beez producers now. You know what I mean? So it's good. It took a while. You know what I mean? But we got there.
That's what's up, man. That shit dope, man. Yeah, like you said, man, the world got brought to our fingertips. You know what I mean? It's all about how you use the platform. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's dope how you was able to reach your talents out to somebody, you know what I'm saying, and they took you on another level. That shit dope, man.
Right.
Dope, especially through social media. That's lit. That's
right. No doubt.
So do you have any kind of favorite shit you feel me, like almost like, let's say like a signature, you know what I'm saying, that you like to put in, say, like all your beats, to where a motherfucker hear it and be like, okay, yeah, that's Beat Kollektorz shit?
I want to say no, but it's just because I am who I am, and a lot of producers do have signatures, and I don't even know if they recognize it or not, because I didn't really recognize it. It take other people to point it out. They be like, I can tell this is your beat because this is that and the third. You feel what I mean?
Yeah. So
that's why I say I want to say no. I don't be recognizing it, but other people, when they hear our shit, they know who did what. You feel so, right.
Where, you know, just kind of let your beat speak for themselves type shit.
Facts.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, Smooth Criminal. I definitely fuck with Wu Syndicate. I was really surprised to hear that you fucked with them, you know what I'm saying? Because I was real familiar with that shit. You know what I mean? I definitely fuck with Wu Syndicate, My Lansky, you know what I'm saying? I definitely fuck with the albums. Just like you said, you put me up that they had a new album out. I didn't even know they had a new album out. So yeah, but that beat from there is sick too. You know what I'm saying? The beat you did for Smooth Criminal, that's dope too. It's a real, I like the hip, like again, you know, it's that you definitely hear hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what's dope, you know what I mean? You can hear that nice loop, you feel me?
Right.
Like in hip hop beats, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody wants to battle rap on that shit, they can kill that shit. You know what I mean? Word, it's that whole element. And I think that shit is fucking dope, you know what I'm saying?
Word. That's what Maya said. That's what Maya said when he heard Maya Lansky. You know what I mean? Peace to them brothers. You know what I mean? I talk to Maya every couple of days. Me and him is real tight. That's my big bro too. Joe Mafia, you know what I mean? When he did that Coleco song, when he did that Coleco one off that illustrious album, I remember Maya hit me because he sent me the rough draft. And he was like, he was like, what you think? I said, man, that shit is hella clean, right? And he was just like, man, that nigga sucked his teeth and was shaking his head. He was like, man, I should have got on that shit. I should have got on it. But he said it was cool. He said, I let Mark go ahead and do his thing, man. But he said, that shit is hard, ain't it? I said, it is, nigga, for real. You feel me? My was a little salty and he didn't get on it.
Word.
You feel me?
Them cats is from Virginia, right?
Yeah, from VA. Yeah.
That's what's up. When you usually make a beat, where you make it at? You got like in-house studio, or you got like a studio you go to?
Nah, I got, I got my in-house shit, and then my other beat collector, he got his in-house shit. You know what I mean? So we just do that, and then we make them here, and then a lot of times we can you know what I mean, bounce the tracks off to wherever studio engineer they deal with, and then you know what I mean, they clean up the beats and adjust the highs and the lows and all the shit. You know what I mean? So yeah,
that's dope. Have you ever recorded a beat like somewhere else, as far as like being inspired like by a different city or a different state or some shit like that?
I hear about producers doing shit like that, but I've never done that. I'm just hella comfortable working on my own shit in my own space, in my own mind, with not too much input. You know what I mean? Unless it's from my my other brother. You know what I mean? I do tracks with. If it ain't like, I ain't never did it. You know what I mean? But not saying that I wouldn't, but I just never did it. You know, I'm more comfortable using my own shit. You know what I mean? So
so you go in the lab, shut the door, leave me alone type shit.
Facts. I mean, for hours too.
That's dope. But that's how you gotta do it, man. You gotta constantly beat on that craft, man. And that's what, especially if you love it. You know what I mean? It shows through the beats and shit. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Hell yeah, man, that shit dope. Proverbs by Judas Priest is another little beat I was peeping out before we started all this shit. That's another dope beat. I like the that piano in there. That shit dope, man. I like that piano shit. That shit sounds, to me, this was one of the beats that was like you definitely nod your head to the shit. It definitely make you. It got that bounce kind of feel, but it's still boom boom bap though. It's still hip hop though. It's got that. You feel me? Okay, you gotta nod your head.
yeah. Shout out to my bro. You know what I'm saying, Judah Priest. You know what I mean? He's another Wu affiliate. You know what I mean? He's you know what I mean? He's a Buddha Monk's younger brother. You know what I mean? Buddha Monk from Brooklyn Zoo. You know what I mean? He was another one. You know what I mean? So we also, you know what I'm saying, produce under his label as well. You feel what I mean? So we under a couple of different teams. You know what I mean? As far as producing. You know what I mean? So and a lot of them happens to be, you know, Wu-Tang affiliated. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how we just started growing, like more and more and more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's lit, man. So when it come to like, let's see, you said you was 16. So did anybody inspire you to make you be like, dude, make dope beats? I wonder if I can pull that off type shit. Who was that?
I would say RZA was the first one.
Dope.
RZA, and then from RZA, like DJ Premier, you know what I mean? Pete Rock, Ninth Wonder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These is niggas that I was listening to heavy, you know, Fourth Disciple, you know, True Master, like, man, you know what I mean? When I heard that, that's when like I said, like, yeah, but when I like sampling so much, so like when Ninth Wonder came along, and he came along using the loops too, you know what I mean? Let me put that in the air too. He was all his smacks. If you go back and listen to his early shit, when he was doing shit with Lil Brother, you know what I mean? They group Lil Brother. All his shit was mostly done on the loops, you know what I mean? And Ninth beats was so hard. Like I was like, God damn, like nigga, I'm trying to get to that level. You feel what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I would say them. Like, that's what made me step my shit up.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Have you ever met them cats like in the flesh, RZA and all them, or you know what I'm saying, any of the Black Knights?
But have like, say it again. You broke up for a second. Say it again.
Have you met any of them cats like in person, like RZA or the Black Knights or anybody? I ain't met the General RZA yet, man. I think it's coming down the pipeline, but I ain't met him yet. Yeah, the Knights. I ain't met them in the flesh, but we talk every day. You know what I mean? Yeah. I met Miko from North Star. I met him in Vegas when we was both out in Vegas one time. You know what I mean? I met up with him. We spent a couple of hours. That was a good thing. Wow. And then Christ Bear was about to bring his ass up over my house like about 5 nights ago, talking about, hey bro, I'm on my way to your neck of the woods, but we gonna be there in like 5 hours. And I was like 5 hours. At this time it was already 10 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, so you just gonna pop up at 5 a.m? I'm like, man, I got a family, man. I can't just be entertaining people at 5 a.m. I can't be entertaining and offer you apple juice and toast and shit, nigga, at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. I said, no, man. I don't think that's gonna work this time around, man. But he was definitely trying to get to me, you know what I mean? But the timing just wasn't cool, and you know he was out here handling some business, you know, trying to get this West Coast Killa Beez We strand up and running, you know what I mean? So we got the West Coast Killa Beez We strand on the way right now, you know what I mean? So that's why he be coming out here, you know what I mean? And he was just gonna fuck with me because I was on the way, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So So the only one I met in the flesh was Big Bro Miko, you know what I mean, from North Star. Him and Christ Bear is both, you know, North Star. You feel me? So yeah.
Word. That's dope, man. That's dope though. Yeah, I ain't never met none of them cats as far as somebody on that level Nah, I ain't really met nobody for real as far as somebody that, especially somebody that like I look up to that I was really fucking with on the music type shit.
Facts.
I really met nobody for real like that for real. But RZA will be definitely dope to at least, I think for you for sure. If y'all sat down and had a conversation, man, I think that should be a epic ass convo because both y'all minds is fucking dope when it comes to man, for real, for real.
No doubt.
Hell yes, that shit dope.
Kons
so
podcast.
When you like put a beat together, what kind of like what comes first? Like, what's the first thing you like lay down for?
Me, I like to put down the sample track first, and then build around the sample.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
word. Yeah.
Every once in a blue moon, I may switch it up and start with the beat track first. But mainly, I say like 95%. I'll start with the sample first.
Word, and then just build off how that sounds.
And build off of that. Let the sample speak to me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Word.
And we do it like that. Yeah.
That's dope. Hell yeah. So what is it? Other shit to use other than because all I know about is the Fruity Loop shit. Do people use
it's a lot of shit out there. You know what I mean? It's a lot of niggas, use the Pro Tools, Garage Band,
Garage Band? Like the iPhone shit?
Yeah, Garage, but it can be on a computer and shit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, and you can really make beats with that shit?
Yeah, Garage Band, Cubases, but a lot of niggas like MPCs too, and I like the MPCs myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because I'm familiar with that. I know a few people who had them back in the days and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was my first time seeing the little shit. That's definitely another language too. Because if you pick up an MPC and you don't know shit, that shit gonna be hard to put together. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of shit in a small little box. You know what I mean?
That's very true. That's very true.
Hell yeah! You ever used one before to make a beat?
Like back in the day, I was using the little beat machine. It was the Roland. I think it was like the Roland 808 or some shit like that. But this is back in like '97. You feel what I mean? And and at that time, I think it was already kind of a little bit old at that point. And that's kind of what I just got one of them and started playing the hell out of that till I felt like we outgrew that. You know what I mean? It's time to step it up, get the computer, you know what I mean, get the software and all of that. You know what I mean? But that was the first little beat machine, but that wasn't like an MPC. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Mackays go dumbass hard. You feel what I mean? So I ain't never used no Akai and nothing like that, to be honest. You know what I mean? I've been strictly loops for the most part. You know what I mean? So
loops was dope though. I ain't never, like I said, that was my first time fucking with it at my nigga old house. Shout out to Amazing Beats. I've been using a lot of his little beats that you be hearing in my podcast around and shit, and then in my credits and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was the first time I got to really see it, and it's a dope ass process, man. You know what I'm saying? I like the way that shit come together and he did that shit in 10 minutes. It was click of the mouse, boom, boom. Oh, I hear that. Oh, let me add this. Click. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like amazed.
Hey, man, it be like that sometime. You really do.
Yeah, when nigga be in this element, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some dope shit to see for sure. Another one I was peeking out was Always Give Shine by Ty Nitty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, that same hip hop shit, you know what I'm saying? That steady loop. This beat was also on some, you know what I mean? If you was battle rapping, you could murder a nigga cold too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit, you know what I mean? Definitely some dope ass shit. Do you have like battle rap or, you know what I mean, have that type of shit in mind when you putting the beat together?
Not at all. Not at all. If it, you know what I mean? But you got to understand
what's going on in our mind is not necessarily what's going on in the MC mind. You know what I mean? Sometimes we hear two different things from the same beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's been times where I be like, it'd be times where they ask me, they be like, so what do you hear? And I tell them, they be like, okay, well, I hear something different. You know what I mean? And I be like, okay, well, you know what I mean? Let's go with that. But every now and then they take my advice. They be like, okay, I can see where you got that from. You know what I mean? Like, but for the most part, you know what I mean? Niggas, everybody hears something different, pretty much. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So you pretty much stay on the B side. You don't be spitting on the mic and nothing like that.
Nah, man. I mean, if you got multiple talents like that and you can really do that, man, by all means, man. But I think it'd be a lot of niggas out here trying to wear too many hats, and I think that's fucking up the game a lot. Because if you raw at making beats and then you all of a sudden want to start trying to MC. And you not an MC, like you really just, you know what I mean? Garbage is that. Just leave it alone, man. These niggas, they just want to keep going, thinking they carrying the torch and they tearing down the game. Like, I don't know, man. So no, I'm not a rhymer, so I just stick to what I know, and that's doing beats. You feel what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to be one of the niggas to drag the game down. It's enough of them doing that. You feel what I mean?
That's a fact. That's weird, man. That's a fact. I think it's probably, you feel me, an overload or something. Like, you can only be too much of a craft at one time, too much. Before you start trying to add a whole nother craft in and overload your mind with that, especially making beats and trying to rap on them, I can't imagine.
Man, some niggas got multiple talents like that. Like
some niggas definitely do.
You know what I mean? Kanye's pretty dope. You know what I mean? Lyricist and with the beats. You know what I mean? You can't take too much from him. Yeah. You know what I mean? RZA's raw. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You know, he could do both. Like, there's niggas out there that can do both, man. But for the majority, can't.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It ain't unheard of. There's definitely some niggas that can do it for sure. Definitely RZA. I definitely agree with that. He definitely somebody who can hit you with some bars on a beat that he made, you know, which is fucking dope.
Right.
Yeah, that shit definitely lit. But yeah, so who would you if you can pick like one artist out of like all the artists that you would like, that you never worked with, made a beat for, that you always like wanted to and want to, who would that be and why?
Man, well, that's hard. It's a lot of MCs, man. But one of them I already touched ground with was Raz. I just never thought that was gonna happen. You know what I mean? So I already told him I'm gonna have to scratch this one off the bucket list. You feel me? He started laughing and shit. But yeah, he was most definitely one of them. But man, Ghostface Killer. Out of the Wu, he's probably my favorite. You know what I mean? Out of the clan, Yeah, he's probably one of my favorite. Ghostface for sure. That would be one I would love to work with. Let me see. Planet Asia. You know what I mean? Let me see. Who else? Man, it's so many niggas. There's so many that I would love to work with. But the thing about it is, a lot of them is not known. I mean, they known, you know what I mean, in the underground like hip hop world, they known, you know what I mean. But to the majority of the world that like, you know, all that bullshit that's be on the radio, they not known like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So most niggas that I'm gonna name is gonna be people that, you know what I'm saying, you probably never heard of, and if you did hear them, you'd be like, damn, out of everybody, he would say him, like that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Who are you listening to right now, as far as niggas in the game right now, or underground, or whoever, who's in your tape deck?
Man, who in my tape deck? This nigga called Dark Low. He from Philly. That nigga raw to me. Styles P right now. Styles P is going hard right now from the Locks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Snipe Life from D Block. You know what I mean? That's my other dude. Let me see. Who else I'm bumping right now?
always keep a couple of Wu-Tang tracks in there, man, just on GP. You know what I mean? You feel me?
Yeah.
just because. Always keep Raz bumping. You know what I mean? Then, like I said, they came out with that new Horseman album, so I've been smacking that around. Yeah. You know what I mean? You should check that out. Shit is raw.
Word. Yeah, I'm definitely.
Yeah, man. Let me see. Yeah, man. That's pretty much it right now, man. I'm so picky when it comes to music. Yeah. I'm so picky, man. It's so much trash out here. I really can't. Man, it's hard to say. Man. You know what I mean? I be so scattered with it.
Man, yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, me too, man. I don't too much. I find myself listening to a lot of old school, real hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pretty much stay in that lane. Like, I come out, every now and then I fuck with the Migos. You know what I'm saying? And all these new niggas. I fuck with some Kodak shit. But at the end of the day, like, I know what real hip hop is. So, like, I can only listen to that shit so much before I'm like, I need to hear some boom, boom, bap, some real bars. You know what I mean? I reviewed the Migos album and the niggas just, man, it's no substance that I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? You hear Lambo, racks, diamonds. Birkin bags, you know what I'm saying? On every song. It's just like, man, where's the concept that, like, where's the depth? Like, man, that shit crazy. So yeah, man, I stick to the underground shit. Definitely, I fuck with the Jedi Mind. You know, we have conversations. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the Jedi Mind tricks, Mortal Technique.
Facts.
Necro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually talked to Necro, man, on that Clubhouse app. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That shit was, Necro is just like his fucking music.
Right. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
He that vulgar, you feel me, don't give a fuck New Yorker. You know what I'm saying? It's embedded in him, man. You feel me? But he a cool cat though. You know what I'm saying? If you can get past that and you're not easily offended, and he a cool cat though, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
But you ever ventured off to like Clubhouse or any other kind of platform to like put your beats out there type shit?
We have not. We have talked about it, and we, you know what I'm saying, we entertain an idea. We probably will be doing it, you know what I'm saying, sometime in the future, but not right now. No, not yet.
Yeah. Word, for sure. You fuck with SoundCloud or any of that? You got shit on SoundCloud or?
Nah, we ain't got nothing up on SoundCloud. We did in the past. It's probably some shit up there, but it's dumbass old. I'm talking about probably like 15 years ago. You know what I mean? 12 years ago, some shit like that. So ever since then, we ain't really been back on SoundCloud. You know what I mean? Not saying there's nothing wrong with SoundCloud. We just, you know what I mean, ain't been focused on that.
Yeah.
You know?
Word. That's what's up. So when you hear like a dope artist, or you know what I'm saying, like you know you putting a beat together for a certain artist, and then you hear them put they rhymes together and shit on your shit, how does that, what type of feeling does that give you? Like, does that feel good?
It feel, it's undescribable. You feel what I mean? Especially when it's niggas is really in the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like my Wu-Tang brothers, you know what I mean? Or like you said, like Ty Nitty, you know, from Mobb Deep and Godfather Part 3, you know what I mean? From Mobb Deep. Like, well, yeah, when you hear shit like that, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it lets you know that you on the right track. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially if that's the crowd that you trying to attract, which it is. You know what I mean? Like, we not over here tripping off of trying to get like Amigos to get a track or Drake or something like that. I mean, if the shit happened, it happened. But I'm telling you straight up, we're not going out of our way to do that. Like, you know what I mean? If it just happens to fall like that, great. If it don't, great. You feel me? We gonna be in our lane.
Yeah, hell yeah. You go by Nfexious?
Yeah.
And you said it's Tulio. What your homie go by?
Yeah, my other brother, he go by Philion.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Now, how did you come up with the name Nfexious? Was that given to you or something you put together yourself?
Man, that was something I put together myself, man, a long time ago, and I don't even know what was on my mind when it came. But I started telling my closest people around me. I was like, man, what you think about that? He was like, man, that's a cold name. And then they was like, how you spell it, nigga? That shit is ill. Like, keep it. You know what I mean? So, you feel me? I remember when you heard it, you was like, that's. He said that's kind of ill.
That shit dope. It is, man. It ring a bell and touch a brain nerve wave. Like, people hear that shit for sure.
Word. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I came up with that, man. That was so long ago. I don't know what brought it out, but we just did that and it stuck. You feel me? Niggas was feeling.
Yeah, that shit dope, man. It's definitely it definitely stick to your brain when you hear it. You hear it definitely, you know what I'm saying? You can't choose, you can't do nothing but hear it. You feel me? When I said Nfexious, you know, like it hits you. That's a fact. Oh nice, man. And then Beat Kollektorz, is that something you came up with or y'all both came up with, or
that was something that I came up with, that name, because I was looking at, because we have been trying to think of a name for ourselves for a long time, and we wanted something that would be, you know, kind of low-key catchy, you know what I mean? And then I think what brought it out was when I seen the movie Bone Collectors. You feel what I'm saying? And I was just like, I said, what if Beat Kollektorz? I was like, that'd be kind of hard. You know what I mean? and then toss that around to a few people, and they was like, yeah, nigga, that shit is clean too. You feel me? So, word. So, so we did that, man. And like I said, my brother, he agreed with it. He said, fuck it, that's what it is. Nigga, we going with that. Like, and that was it. You feel me?
Yeah, that shit dope, man. That shit definitely dope. I fuck with it all, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a dope word plays. You know what I'm saying? Definitely ring bells when you hear the shit for sure.
Right.
Now Holocaust, you never did nothing with Holocaust, huh?
I ain't had a chance to meet that brother. I ain't had a chance to meet him, but you know, he been locked down this whole time. You know what I mean? And from what I hear he's out now. You know what I mean? So I hear he out. I think he keeping it low key right now. Like, I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't heard nothing from him or nothing like that. I've heard through word of mouth, you know what I mean? So but he just got out. I'm talking about like a couple of months ago. So, you know, maybe, you know what I'm saying, he taking a time out or something. I don't know. I don't have a clue. But that is somebody else that I would love to work with, but I already know that's gonna be less than nothing. You feel me? Because you know he also West Coast Killa Beez. You feel me? So
he in that circle.
Yeah, he in the circle. So that ain't gonna be hard at all to do. You know what I mean? So I'm just waiting for him to poke his head out, and I'm all on him. You feel what I mean?
That should be some dope shit, man. That'll be some dope shit.
Yeah, Holocaust is raw as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I seen he had something out that I just recently downloaded with some different cats. I don't know, like these cats are different that he did this project with. It's I don't know. Dude name is Shaka Amazulu the Seventh.
Oh yeah. Shaka. Yep.
Okay. Are you familiar with him?
Oh yeah. He another Killa Bee. You know what I mean? Out there in Europe and shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to Shaka. You know what I mean? But I never had the pleasure of speaking with the brother, but I know that's also on the pipeline. You know what I mean? But Shaka be doing a lot of shit, man. He be putting a lot of woo element out. You know what I mean? He fussed with West Coast.
I couldn't put it together for some reason. Yeah.
Who?
Shaka.
Who? Shaka?
Yeah. I know. I heard him.
Yeah, Shaka Amazulu. Yep. Yeah. No, he puts out a lot of content. You know what I mean? He really be the one that be pushing a lot of West Coast Killa Beez shit. You know, he puts it together. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like all the West Coast Killa Beez, like he's I don't know how he be getting all these tracks, but he be having hell up, you know, and he just put an album together and put them out, you know what I mean? So he puts out a shitload of content, you know what I mean? He's most definitely a factor, you know what I mean?
Word. Yeah, he put out this shit called It's called A History of Violence. Holocaust, Shotgun Missoula 7th. And then it says, and War Cloud. So I don't know. I thought Holocaust and War Cloud was the same nigga.
He is the same nigga. He is the same nigga. Yeah. It's just an AKA.
I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, he the same.
Yeah, because I'm peeping it out. It's pretty dope though. It say 2021 on it, so I guess it came out recently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, it's pretty dope. You know, of course, Holocaust gonna bring them fire verses. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's definitely
Holocaust style is a acquired taste for real, man. I mean, not you know what I mean. I can't front to you. I'm gonna put it to you like this: when I first heard Holocaust, I didn't like him. Man. It took a minute for him to grow on me. You know what I mean? Because his bars be so abstract. Like, I mean, like, where did he get that from? Like, how did that? You know what I mean? And then listening to him on other shit, and then listening to more and more, I'm just like, man, you know what? This nigga is kind of raw. You feel what I mean? Yeah. But it wasn't like a love at first sight. Like, I had to listen to him for a minute, and then once I did, he really started growing on me, and now like he one of my favorites.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
yeah,
if you ain't used to that unorthodox rhyming style, you probably ain't gonna dig him, or at least not right off the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where you first heard him at?
I first heard him on I want to say it's that Killa Beez, the was it the Sting, I think, album. It was one of them compilation Wu-Tang ones when they was all collectively together, when they was called Black Knights of the North Star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That was when they was all together at one point. That's when I heard him, you know, and he was gassing then at that point, but I'm talking about when I heard him like on his solo shit. And I was like, damn, what the hell is this nigga talking about? You know what I mean? That's how it was in the beginning, you know what I mean? But man, after a while, like, he just grew on me. Like, he's just one of my favorites now.
Yeah. Same. Well, when I first heard him, I was like hooked in because he was so different. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
different.
His rhymes is just, you know, like I definitely hit Google like a lot of times behind a lot of shit he said. Like, we just had to look it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the rhymes when he be talking about you know, scorpions glow under ultraviolet light. I didn't know that until he put it in a bar. And it's just little weird, little simple shit like that. You feel me?
That nigga said little weird fun facts and shit. Huh?
Yeah, like, and he just be putting in his, you know, his haiku style of rap, man. And that shit is crazy dope to me, man. Like I said, I definitely hit Google a few times. A lot of his bars.
He said a few times.
A few times, right? But yeah, he definitely dope. Like you said, you gotta have a ear, you know what I mean, and definitely some type of a complex type of ear. Yeah, his they can go over your head if you know what I mean, not paying too much attention. Right. Conclude this shit, you know what I'm saying? There's definitely been a dope episode, you know what I mean? Long time coming. You know what I'm saying?
Long time.
You know what I mean? Was worried about what should I ask and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, literally when I hit you, I'm like, man, fuck it. Let's just
yeah, I can dig it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it was definitely a dope episode. You know what I'm saying? I feel it was definitely a lot of information put out there, and I'm definitely appreciate you coming on Kons podcast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
no doubt, man. We need to do it again, man, soon.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. Hopefully I can be free, you know what I'm saying, when you hit me with them opportunities. You feel me? Yeah. And we can definitely put some dope shit on this podcast through my nigga Nfexious. You feel me?
No doubt. Word.
But yeah, definitely gotta do it again. It's Kons motherfucking podcast. This is episode motherfucking 60. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's been watching. I hope y'all enjoy this one. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Kons Podcast.